Welcome back to more War of the Ring. After a short break, it's time to do a bit more action. We still got stuff to do in Mirkwood.
Arriving at Dol Guldur, the Lord of the Nazgul makes plans to wipe the tower clean of the elven intruders. Ancient temples protect the tower, but the Nazgul will claim them in his master's name. Great suffering will befall those who oppose him.
Yes, indeed, in a mission called Darkness Returns. This is a pretty interesting mission, because unlike in the Good Guy campaign, we're not necessarily attacking anything in Dol Guldur. You'll see what I mean as soon as it finishes loading.
Dol Guldur must be cleansed for the return of the Master. We lack the soldiers to take the tower by force. But there is another way. The tower is protected by 5 ancient temples built in the dark years. We will take control of these relics. With each one we seize, our Master's power will grow. When all the temples are bent to Sauron's will, the invaders will know true terror. The tower will ring with their cries of anguish. Then will be the time of our Master's return.
Surprise, motherfucker!
An elf has discovered our intent. So be it. Their knowledge will not avail them. The temples will be ours, and we shall slay all who stand in our way.
Whether you like it or not, that is indeed a little bit of a plot point for this mission, because we got ourselves an asshole who thinks he's real tough, and we need to deal with him. Let's build up some workforces then. The mission is very simple. Reclaim all of the temples and you're good to go. You don't even need to particularly fight anything here. There's definitely gonna be opposition around the towers, that's a given, but once you get that sorted out, that's it, really. At the moment, however, we're not really able to defend ourselves. This mission starts off a bit risque, if you know what I mean. We need to get ourselves another worker right away, and then we need to start building up our forces. That elf that shows up, I can't quite remember his name at the moment, but I do know one thing: he's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass to get rid of, because he refuses to stand still once he gets to a specific point with his health bar. If you damage him hard enough, he's gonna start being a bitch and try to run away. And boy, do we love those kind of enemies, don't they? Which we need to kill, but they refuse to stay still. It's everyone's favorite. Let's increase the population a little bit more. We now have access to the giant spiders. For them, of course, we need the Fortress of Mordor level 2, which we're not going to get. Probably. I don't know. I don't feel it's necessary.
Construction is complete.
We'll definitely get the first level Mordor. What am I saying? We'll definitely get the first level of the fortress, because we can't really build anything without it. We just need a bit more rock. Why do we always start with so much goddamn food? Why can't we ever balance things out? I know we're supposed to be the evil team, but come on guys, a little bit of balance would help.
Where
Don't tell me I got nowhere to put this damn thing again. Oh, come on. There's this huge plot of land and this doesn't fit? Come on. That really sucks. That's what I'm talking about. This fucking thing never fits anywhere. Really bothersome. Of course, it's not gonna fit there, it's not gonna fit there, it's not gonna fit anywhere. It's a big piece of shit that never fits anywhere. Stupid fucking fortress of bullshit. Here we go, let's put it like this. Oh, come on! No! You dickheads, I didn't select all of you, I selected only one of you. But no, of course, let's take everyone and first disrupt our flow of resources. Lovely. Dickheads. Right, I think the enemy for now will be rather docile, but don't bet on that just yet. They tend to be aggressive regardless of what you're doing. Good thing we got a lot of raves. With careful action, we shouldn't have to make any more than what we got right now. And I intend to keep it that way.
Who can I smash? Move out.
Who can you smash? That's a good question. Who can you smash? Ah, the Black Vault. That will give us upgrades to the wraiths, among other creatures. Oh, look who's here. It's Draylor, the Elven Scout, also known as a bitch. He's no match to the Lord of the Nazgul. However, this is where it gets annoying. He loves running away when you hurt him enough, because he's just that much of a pussy. And that can be very annoying.
How may I serve? I go at once.
Luckily for us, the opposition seems to be fairly weak. Good, because we don't really have any strong units with us. We're keeping it simple. The Lord of the Nazgul appears to have unlocked a new ability, Bind Shadow. This allows him to use one fate point to create a Black Rider out of a wraith. If you don't know what a Black Rider is in this universe, that's basically a Nazgul. Well, actually, now that I think about it, it is not the Nazgul, but whatever. You know what I mean.
Time for blood.
While it may seem that this is a decent idea, others might say that it's not. And I would be one of them. Why is that? Well, Nazgul tends to be very weak. They don't have a lot of armor. I don't think they have any at all. And they also tend to be very, very squishy. And if there's one thing you hate the most, is having a squishy character. Luckily, the bastards can be upgraded to have the Morgul Blade. While it does not turn its victims into Nazgul, it will drain their health quite fast, as it is indeed a poisoned blade. And that's all that matters, right? What happened? Oh, that's where he is. I was just about to ask, what happened to the other Warg Rider? And then I see that nothing has happened to the Warg Rider. Well, it seems like we are upgrading our Fortress of Mordor, fuck me, right? But I guess upgrades are just necessary. I see that the Dark Arsenal also has access to some new upgrades, like the Raven Fletching. It's basically the equivalent of eagle fletching. The bowman will be able to shoot from a much further distance. Then there's also poison arrows. They're just poison arrows for the towers. What about the bowmen? Don't they get anything interesting? No, not really. The best thing they get besides raven fletching is fire arrows, which allows them to set things on fire. Kinda like Grushnak's torch, only considerably cheaper. I don't know. It may seem like a decent idea to invest into that whenever it shows up, but with my interest I usually just take that one specific unit that the evil guys have that we do not possess at the moment and make the most out of him. Now here is something that you definitely need to keep an eye out for. We can summon the Lord of the Nazgul should he die. And that is good. That is very good. Because that means we do not need to watch out for him. We don't need to babysit the bastard every 2 seconds. Let's see, forged fittings, serrated blades. Serrated blades need a greater level of a fortress. Much like I believe some of the upgrades on the breeding pit. Oh yeah, the breeding pit has access to paralyze, which is the passive ability of the giant spiders. Or whatever, let's upgrade the fortress of Mordor to level 3. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. We have a decent enough army. Let's take all of our guys and let's have a little walk. Who knows, maybe we'll encounter that scout as well. No, let's go here first. Alright, doing good enough. There we go. We took the temple. Unfortunately, this does not really count as a place of power because it doesn't possess any power. It just furthers your objectives. That's about it. I wish that asshole would stop running away. He's such a prick. Doesn't matter. I think we can get him to stop actually. Let's just get the spider to bite his ass whenever he shows up the next time. And have the spider have some of that venom. Actually, let's make it have venom researched first. Cause this, what's it called again? Oh, ritual tattooing. Whatever. Well, ritual tattooing is just an armor upgrade for warg riders and spiders. It's not entirely necessary at the moment. Okay, one more warg rider and then it's the spider.
Do you hear something? Time for blood. Where's the prey?
Oh, look at that. Let's take armor, weapon upgrade. If your guys can hit pretty hard, you don't really have to worry about armor then, do ya? Besides, we got that magical healing bullshit from the fate powers. Alright, we got access to our pet spider, and we'll soon have his signature ability. Oh, the spider has some armor too. Cool. Wait, wasn't the first upgrade for armor in the breeding pit called ritual scarring? If that's the case, how the fuck did you get the spider to do that? I mean, I understand the tattoos because you can see it right there, but scars. I don't know. Alright, we got the spider to do spider things. Here you are. Bite him. What? Stupid spider. Come on. What the fuck? Here we go. Oh. That takes care of him. He's just a minor nuisance. He won't be showing up anymore. In fact, we can just leave the spider back at the base. He's not gonna pose any more trouble to us. Alright. Now that we got that out of the way, let us proceed with the recapturement of our belongings. I don't think you need to keep anyone around the captured temples to make sure we don't get recaptured. I've never seen them get recaptured by the enemy. Ah, of course, it's a dead end. Oh, and why not just put some rocks there? It's just a bush. What, you can't go through a bush? I don't quite believe that.
Here to kill the elves, we will gladly help spill their blood.
Oh, look who's here. Reinforcements have arrived. Oh, goody. Not that we necessarily needed the spider reinforcements, but I'm not gonna say no to them, especially when we have paralysis unlocked. This is where you'll start to learn that despite your best efforts, sometimes the fact that you're losing will be simply because of one thing. You can't pile up too many people on the same enemy. And I lost the Wraith, so I have to retreat. But yeah, you can't pile up a lot of people on the same target. But you can totally do that with like archers or any other ranged unit, because it's just ranged attacks. They don't go straight up in their face. You know, this kinda requires the Black Vault, because I think we can get a vision upgrade.
Where's the upgrade?
Let's get one of each. We require more slave masters. Well, let's get some more slave masters then. And let's have a Black Vault built up. It also has upgrades for other units which we do not yet possess. So that'll have to wait. Let's take a little break.